Our solar system wasn't born with 8 planets, it was born with dozens, and we've only just figured out where they went. The night sky you see right now is a lie of omission. Between Mercury and Neptune, there's empty space where entire worlds once orbited. Not asteroids, not fragments. Fully formed planets, some as massive as Earth, some larger than Jupiter, that existed for millions of years before vanishing. And for most of human history, we had no idea they'd ever been there at all. The story begins around 4.6 billion years ago. Our solar system wasn't built from a blueprint. It was born from chaos, a collapsing cloud of dust and gas, spinning faster and faster until it flattened into a disk. At the center, the sun ignited. Around it, planetesimals, countless chunks of rock and ice began colliding, merging, growing. Within the first few million years, something remarkable happened. Planets formed, but not where you'd expect them. Here's what astronomers didn't know until the 1990s. Jupiter and Saturn didn't stay in their orbits. Computer models showed something impossible. These gas giants began migrating inward toward the sun, then outward again. And as they moved, they carved a path of destruction through everything in their way. Smaller planets got flung out of the solar system entirely. Others were pulverized. The solar system we see today is a survivor's arrangement, not the original one. The evidence came from unexpected places. In 2005, astronomers discovered Eris, a dwarf planet beyond Neptune, actually more massive than Pluto. Then came Makemake, Haumea, and dozens of others, all crowded into a region called the Kuiper Belt. But here's the puzzle: if these objects formed out there so far from the sun, why were they there at all? The answer rewrote solar system history. Computer simulations run by researchers like Konstantin Batygin suggested something radical. These distant bodies didn't form out there. They formed closer to the sun, in the inner solar system where Jupiter and Saturn were reshaping reality. Then the migration of those gas giants scattered them outward, flinging some beyond Neptune, ejecting others into interstellar space. We were looking at the wreckage of a cosmic demolition project. But the phantom planets weren't just theory anymore. In 2016, the NICE model, named after the French city where it was developed, suggested something even more specific. Before the Great Migration, the solar system had at least 5 major planets in the inner region. 1 or 2 of them were ejected completely. The survivors became Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. The ones that left, they're gone, scattered across the galaxy. Planets orbiting stars that aren't the sun. Think about the scale of that loss. A planet the size of Earth spinning in the void, no longer orbiting anything. It's been traveling through space for 4 billion years. It has moons, perhaps an atmosphere, maybe even chemistry that could have supported life. And it's alone, utterly alone. We'll never see it, we have no name for it, but statistically it's out there. The evidence for this vanished world came from an unexpected direction: the asteroid belt. You've probably imagined it as a dense field of rocks, like a minefield. It's not. It's almost empty, a few thousand objects spread across a space larger than Earth's orbit. But if you do the math, there should be far more asteroids, unless something removed them. Unless a planet-sized object migrated through that region and scattered everything into chaos. In the outer solar system, the story gets stranger still. Neptune's orbit is tilted. Uranus is spinning on its side. These aren't small quirks, they're the signature of gravitational violence. The giant planets didn't just migrate, they collided with each other. They scattered. They reformed in new arrangements. The solar system we live in is a second edition, not the original. And here's what makes this story even more unsettling. We don't know if other star systems had phantom planets too. When we look at exoplanet systems, planets orbiting distant stars, we see similar signatures. Gaps where planets should be, objects in impossible orbits, debris disks that suggest cosmic violence. Every star system we've studied shows the same pattern: missing worlds, scattered remnants, evidence of chaos. But there's something almost poetic about this discovery. The solar system we have, the one that produced Earth, that allowed life to emerge, that gave us a stable home, exists only because of that ancient chaos. If Jupiter hadn't migrated, if Saturn hadn't moved, if those collisions hadn't scattered the phantom planets, we wouldn't be here. We exist in the aftermath of a cosmic accident. This isn't ancient history that stopped mattering, it's active science. Every year, new observations refine our understanding. The James Webb Space Telescope is now looking at star systems being born right now, watching planetary migration happen in real time around distant stars. What we're seeing confirms the models. The solar system wasn't rare. This kind of chaos is universal. The phantom planets remain phantom. We'll never recover them. But they've left fingerprints all over the solar system, in the orbits of planets, in the distribution of asteroids, in the composition of meteorites that fell to Earth and shaped our geology. Every time we study a meteorite, we're holding a piece of evidence about worlds that no longer exist. What we've learned from the phantom planets changes how we think about habitability. A stable solar system isn't guaranteed. Planets can be born and lost. Life can emerge and be erased. The fact that we're here observing this story, understanding it, that's the real miracle. Not that we survived. That we survived *** became aware of what we survived. So the next time you look up at the night sky, remember, you're not seeing the solar system as it was born. You're seeing the solar system as it survived. 8 planets, countless asteroids, billions of comets, all the remnants of a catastrophe that happened so long ago, so completely, that we only figured it out in the last 30 years. The universe is far stranger than we imagined. Subscribe so you never miss the next untold story from the cosmos. There's a new discovery reshaping what we thought we knew about space every week.